How anticlimactic. Dude, I was hyping up this card to a couple of people, saying this fight was going to be the one that puts Aspinall on the map. I even took it as far as to say he might even finish Gone quicker than Jones did. Bruh, I'm not even going to act like I watched this pay-per-view when it happened, since I was at a wedding, but I did end up watching it today, and let me tell you, the fight was actually competitive. And it's safe to say Gone was winning the first round. I still wouldn't say that he was going to win the whole fight off of that round, but he was winning that round nonetheless. Tom was having trouble landing his 1-2s, and Gon stuffed that double leg. When I saw that, I was like, damn, Gon was going to put Tom through his first tough test. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see that due to the eye pokes. Gon said he learned from the John Jones fight, but what he really meant is he learned how John Jones fights. Tom wasn't able to continue, and the fight was ruled a no contest since the eye poke was considered unintentional. Bro, I was so disappointed when I heard the news, and after I watched the fight, I agreed with Tom on his confusion to the crowd booing him. I also don't understand the hate he's getting for getting poked in the eye. Like, have you ever been poked in the eye? It fucking hurts. Now imagine that shit's knuckle deep. The fuck? Even some MMA commentators are throwing shade his way, like Chael Sonnen. To be honest, I don't even take that dude serious when it comes to his picks or thoughts. It's weird because Chael the fighter, the GOAT. But Chael the commentator, that dude can kick rocks. This dude has honestly some of the worst takes on YouTube. Anyway, Dana already confirmed they're going to try to book the rematch as soon as possible, which honestly makes sense since they didn't take much damage except for Tom, and it honestly makes the fight more exciting. It reminds me a little of Yair Rodriguez versus Jeremy Stevens when their first fight ended due to an eye poke, and how they started beefing after. With this fight, I believe it'll be more competitive now that Tom knows what Gon is bringing to the table. I feel like Tom underestimated Gon a bit, considering the entire MMA community and other fighters were saying he was going to run through him. Shit, if that was me, I'd be on some Bill Goldberg shit and start believing my own hype too. I still felt like Tom would find a way to win, and I still feel like he'll win the next fight. It's just not going to be as easy as I thought it would be. What's crazy is that if Gon does beat him in the rematch, all that stuff we said about Tom, we'd start saying about Gon. Like, who's going to beat this guy? But I'm excited for the rematch because now we know it's going to be a competitive fight. And some of the questions we've had for Aspinall might finally get answered. Like, does he have the cardio to go 5 rounds? What happens if he can't land his 1-2s or successfully shoot with the double leg? Not only will there be danger for Tom, but now there might be animosity amongst these two. And I'm here for all of it. I want to see Tom turn full heel already. He's been given so many reasons, especially by John Jones, to turn heel, and he kept wanting to be humble. I want Tom to say fuck it and want all the smoke. Join the dark side, bro. Drop a diss track, call it Meet the Gons. I don't give a fuck. I just want Tom to bring that excitement back to the fucking heavyweight division. Make it hard for the UFC to overlook you while trying to book Jones versus Pereira at the White House. Make a fucking case. Okay, but that's enough of that. On to the co-main event. Mackenzie Dern beat Jandiroba by unanimous decision. Never thought I would ever say that in my life. And I also never thought I would ever see Mackenzie Dern be the champion. All I know is that the homies love Mackenzie Dern. It wasn't the most exciting fight ever, but that's to be expected. Dern wants Tatiana Suarez as her next opponent, which I believe Suarez would win. But once Tatiana Suarez wins the belt, I don't believe she'll lose it for a while. But at the same time, she has long layoffs, and I'm not too confident in her being active. I don't know, man. This fucking division is so cooked. Now that the 3 girls that made it the most exciting are gone, Wei Li and Rose moved to flyweight, Joanna has retired. Fucking cooked. It is what it is. In the featured fight, Umar defeats Mario Bautista by unanimous decision. And to be honest, Mario put up a fight. He showed effort. He's no longer the villain of the bantamweight division. Zahabi is now the new villain of the bantamweight division. Bautista even caught Umar while he leaned to his left with his knee, dropping him. Umar did recover well, and if I saw that while it was happening, I would have panicked a bit, I ain't gonna lie. This fight just showed how much more skilled Umar is than a lot of the bantamweights. And I feel like he has a lot better skills than Merab. It's just that Merab has unhuman-like cardio. He called for the winner of Merab and Yan, like I thought he would. And like I said in the last video, I don't know if it's enough time for him to fix the mistakes in the last fight. Where he threw me off though, was in the post-fight press conference that he said he's willing to fight Figgy or Sahabi. Dude, just wait for the title shot, man. They're gonna give it to you. Like, who else are they gonna give it to? Fucking Sahabi? Considering Bautista put on a good performance, he should fight up in the rankings instead of down. I mean, the dude was on the 8-fight win streak. Him versus Zahabi or Figgy would be a good fight. On to the next fight. Fuck, this fight fucking disappointed me. God damn, bro. I'm glad Alexander Volkov won, but it wasn't enough to warrant a title shot. Not off of that fucking performance. And what in the fuck was Almeida doing? This dude was trying to bring the heavyweight division back to the dark ages of lay and pray to a decision win. I'm happy the judges got it right, because we can't let that shit slide anymore. I love wrestling, but that lay and pray bullshit can get out of here. I'm not down for any of that kind of shit. If you're going to be doing stuff like that, go to the PFL. Go to UFC, BJJ for all I care. But if you're going to be in the UFC, ranked in the top 10 of the heavyweight division, bro, up your game, man. What the fuck? I do think Volkov should fight one more time for a #1 contenders fight. Because to be honest, he wasn't doing much from the bottom. Like, he just wasn't. Like, I think Volkov's been in the UFC enough time to learn how to fucking get his way out of the fucking bottom. Because that shit was abysmal. But if he's going to fight one more time, Curtis Blades. The only name I really care about. As for Almeida, I don't care who he fights anymore. If he's coming into the cage with that kind of game plan, that dude ain't going to touch the belt anytime soon or ever. Imagine this dude against like Cyril Gahn or Tom Aspinall. Bro, fuck out of here. For the opening fight on the main card, Murzakanov won the fight as I thought he would. What I didn't anticipate was him winning by TKO. Rakic was doing well in the beginning. Then I don't know what happened. He shot for a takedown and got dropped. Like, what? It's finally time for Rakic to drop out of the top 10. No wins in the last 3 years, albeit it was against the top contenders, but multiple losses in a row in 3 years. Nah, dude, your top 10 days are up. As for Murzakanov, I believe him versus Ankalaev or Khalil Roundtree would be a banger, especially with Khalil Roundtree. But fucking Rakic, man. I told you, man. I told you this guy's like the fucking Brian Ortega of the light heavyweight division. Now, I usually just talk about the main card, but today I gotta talk about the featured fight of the prelims. Quilan Salkild sent Nasrat to the Shadow Realm, brother. He gave dude an out-of-body experience. That head kick knockout was absolutely nasty. And to think he took this fight in less than 2 weeks' notice. He needs to fight someone in the top 15. I don't give a fuck. I'm on the train now, bro. Ikram Aliskarov also beat Young Park by unanimous decision, even though he was fucking gassing. I don't think this dude's ever gonna see the top 15. After that loss to Whitaker, it's just, this guy's just fighting the unranked guys and just not showing any improvement. It feels like he's going backwards, even though he's getting wins. I don't understand. Then Walter Walker defeats Louis Sutherland by submission. Overall, man, the pay-per-view wasn't as exciting as I thought it can be, especially due to the main event being a no contest. But I believe it planted the seeds for a good pay-per-view card down the line. Just wait and see. I promise you, it'll all work out. We had to sacrifice a bit of our lives to get a better outcome later on. Well, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of UFC 321 down in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, X, and TikTok at TheBeaverX, and I'll see you in the next one.